What is up? What is up, everybody? We are back for the Big Star Show. We told y'all that this is our new time, so I'm glad that we could be consistent and do two
hmm
back-to-back shows. Y'all know I'm here with my guy, Big Game James. How you feeling, Big?
I'm feeling big. I said feeling big. I'm feeling good, you know what I'm saying? From
Yeah,
the personal standpoint, but it's the same old damn thing with these Cowboys, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
you know what it is. We about to get into it again. The same thing. We talked about it last year with CD and Dak and then Zeke and whoever. It's always the same damn thing.
It's
So, yep.
Facts, big. It's the same shit every year. But y'all know when y'all come in, please like the stream. Please like the stream on my channel, Big Game James channel, mine Stargazer Sports, as written there on the screen. And I think Biggs is just BGJ now, I think. So
Yeah.
y'all please go like the streams on both channels. If you're on the X side, I did post the link on X. So if you prefer to watch on X, that's fine, but please come to the YouTube side and like the video. I'm in the process of, I'm on the road to 700, so y'all help me grow and help Big's channel continue to grow. Um, please donate to our cash apps. Mine is there, Stargazer
I'm putting
Sports.
mine in. Yep. I'm putting mine in the chat right now.
Big putting this in the chat, so y'all please donate to our cash apps to keep continue to help us grow. And yeah, I think that's it. Like, share, subscribe. All right, so and shout out to everybody in the chat. It's a lot of y'all here. It's T Smooth, Cowboys Execution, RH, Matthew Villegas, John Jones, Bear, Himothy, Elijah Robinson, Timo, Nate Brown. Like, what's up to everybody in the chat? If we missed you, charge it to our heads and not our hearts. We appreciate
Right.
everybody's support of us. And this is Big's Cash App right there. So
Yeah, just threw that in there because my oldest son is going through some things. If you heard, I made the post a couple days ago. Don't want to get too deep into it, but just if you can, if you'd like to cash app and help some donations headed to my son. Some things going on. He's having his baby boy at the end of the month.
mm,
Just married. We got to help out. So
yeah.
anything you'd like to contribute right now, because it's a tight spot right now. So if you'd like to do that, that'd be awesome.
Facts, guys. Please help out Big. Please help out Big's son. Obviously, he's coming to y'all because he feels like y'all are his supporters. Y'all got his back. So have his back and please help him and his son. And yeah, just continue to help both of us continue to grow our channels. Um I'll be transparent and say, one of the things I'm trying to get like raise money for is to get a new software so I can kind of like
hmm
be able to run my buttons and mic and stuff at the same time. I'm sacrificing my buttons now because I ain't like running my system through my soundboard. I feel like it sounds better through USB, but I want to be able to still have my buttons. So if I can get this software, it's kind of expensive, then I'll be able to give y'all
Yeah.
a better live experience. So if y'all could just help me do that, I really appreciate it. And just Keystone is in here. Shout out to my guy Keystone, day one supporter. I call him
Yes, sir.
what I call you, the father of the underground.
Yeah, he
Just
is the
him,
underground. He's the king of the underground. If you
king
if
of
you
the
don't know my dog
underground.
Keystone, he especially draft time, he gonna find some players you never will know about, and that's a fact.
Absolutely, key. Yeah, that's fact. So he's the king of the underground. So y'all support my guy Keystone Cowboy. Really appreciate him. Oh my God, David is in here. Thank you,
Oh, that's my
David.
guy right there. What's up, David?
Love David, one of my best supporters. So I
Love.
really appreciate
Yes.
you, David. Thank you so much for coming
Yes.
in. But well, we got that out the way. We know y'all saw the title
Yeah,
of the
we know
show.
we about to talk about. We got all the good stuff out the way in the beginning. You know what the hell we about to talk about.
Yep. So Micah Parsons has officially requested a trade from the Dallas Cowboys. If
Mhm.
we yes, it's true. I know some people were like, "Is this real?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's real. He really did that. He did that shit." You know what I'm saying? I think. Let me see if I can pull it up. I don't think he would have deleted it.
I
That was
wouldn't.
a no. That was a statement. Yeah, it's right here. So let me let me share my screen. Screen share. Here we go. Bam. So here we go. This is Micah Parsons. I don't know if y'all can read it, but I'll read it to y'all. He said, "Yes, I wanted to be here. I did everything I could to show that I wanted to be a Cowboy and wear the star on my helmet. I wanted to play in front of the best fans in the sports and make this America's team once again. The team my pops and I grew up cheering for, way up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Unfortunately, I no longer want to be here. I no longer want to be held to closed door negotiations without my agent present. I no longer want shots taken at me for getting injured while laying it on the line for the organization, our fans, and my teammates. I no longer want narratives created and spread to the media about me. I had purposely stayed quiet in hopes of getting something done, but since there is confusion out there, let me clear some things up. I had my agent reach out to the Cowboys last season after my third year in hopes of getting a deal done early. Unfortunately, the team did not want to start any negotiations at that point. I was okay with that. Didn't complain and focus on the 2024 season. After the season, I told my agent once again to let the team know we were open to negotiate when they met at the combine. My agent informed me I should wait for other deals to get done because the price would only go up, but I didn't care and I wanted to secure myself as a Cowboy long term. This was before any of the other pass rushers deals got, I think, done. I gotta read other pass rushers deals. I got lost. Where we at? Okay, here you go.
Hey, yeah, because he did it twice. Like when he did his thing,
Right,
it
he just
doubled.
right. So it said, I know I would be leaving money on the table, but again, I was okay with that. Again, radio silence as far as my extension. In March, I met with Mr. Jones to talk about leadership. Somehow the conversation turned into him talking contract with me. Yes, I engaged in two back and forth in regards to what I wanted from my contract, but at no point did I believe this was supposed to be a formal negotiation, and I informed Mr. Jones afterward my agent would reach out thinking this would get things done. But when my agent reached out and spoke to Adam, he was told the deal was pretty much already done. My agent, of course, told him that wasn't the case and also reached out to Stephen Jones. Again, the team decided to go silent. At that point, we decided we would allow the team to reach out to us whenever they decided they wanted to talk. Yet, still not a call or email or text to my agent about starting negotiations. Up till today, the team has not had up to the day, the team has not had a single conversation with my agent about a contract. Not one demand has been made by my agent about money, years, or anything else. Still, I stay quiet, but again, after repeated shots at myself and all the narratives, I have made a tough decision. I no longer want to play for the Dallas Cowboys. My trade request has been submitted to Stephen Jones personally. So, what when you read that, Big, what did you think about that?
First of all, I loved it. First of all, I love where players actually standing up to Jerry. You know what I'm saying? Because we see Dak, we all get mad. We were all frustrated when Dak was going through his thing. Like, Dak, say something. You know what I mean? Don't
Yeah.
get mad, Dak. We need mad Dak. We don't want
Right.
nice Dak. We want mad Dak. Stand up, say something to them. And Dak would
Yeah.
always be like, we'll see how it happens. Hey, if that's the way they feel, it is what it is. CD,
Yeah.
He's say small little things, but he
Right.
whatever. But we all kind of knew Micah from the beginning was going to. He was a different animal. This is a true internet baby. This is a true
That's true.
tweet. He's a tweeter. He is lives and dies by that. So when
Yep.
he first came in, we were all saying, "Hey, this one's gonna be different because he gonna talk on the internet. He gonna say something. This is the one that's not gonna be quiet." And we're just seeing that everything is ringing true to what we all thought. This is not going to be the one that you're going to be able to try to bully around or run your mouth in the media to and say things that he's not going to bark back. So he's just really showing us what he really was anyway, because he ain't going to be going for this. And just like he said, I ain't going to have you keep on taking shots at me. This is the NFL. You're going to miss some games. It's very hard and very rare that you see an NFL player don't miss games and
That's
get hurt
facts.
or get injured and things like that nature.
That's
So
facts.
for you to bring that up in a conference, or I mean, you miss like 6 games. Like, why are you even saying that? Because players miss games. You feel what I'm saying? That
Hmm.
happens. But you also
Hmm.
saw when he came back from the injury how much better that Dallas defense was. That Dallas defense was one of the
Facts.
better defenses toward the second half of the season when
That's
Micah
facts.
came back. That's a
That's
fact.
facts.
And they just said that when Micah is on the field with this team, this defense is a better team. It shows you statistically, factually, that that's the truth.
Yep.
So when this man is sitting there saying, "Hey, I'm blood, sweat, and tears for this organization," and you out there always making jokes, and see, that's my problem with this star. Jerry always trying to be the funny one. He always going to throw out some stuff and try to be funny. And we're at the point now, to me in Cowboys Nation, but we ain't gonna keep trying to hear that no more, dog. We don't want to hear, "Oh, this is how they negotiate, and this is negotiation." Oh, just chill out. He gonna get paid. That's one of them things like, "Oh, shut up and just play basketball, or shut up and just play
That's true.
football, and just keep
That's
your
true.
mouth shut, and you're gonna get your money." No, I don't gotta be quiet. I'm a person too. I work hard for this organization too, and stop throwing this Dallas Cowboy privilege at me, because I feel like the Jones is really just try to seep it. Well, this is a privilege to play for us, so you just calm down and be quiet and you wait for your money. No, no, I don't
Hmm.
gotta be quiet, because guess what? I got value. A lot of people will want me if I want to go somewhere else, and don't let me go to the team that everybody's already been saying, Washington. Because let me tell you something. If that were ever to happen, this man will come back and terrorize Dallas for the next 5 or 6. I mean, terrorize Dallas. You talk about him getting sacks. He wouldn't be getting 5 sack games against Dallas Cowboys. You won't tell me he would, and Dan Quinn wouldn't be sending them the army? What? Yeah, that's what it would be. So basically, a lot of us are just getting tired of, just like Keystone said, just shut up and play ball and let us do this. No, we're not going to shut up anymore. The athletes don't got to shut up, and the fans don't got to be quiet. No, we're not. We don't have to take this. Oh, this is the way they negotiate. No, Dallas, we don't have to take that, and neither do the players. They don't have to take this disrespect from this man. It doesn't matter if he was right on. Yeah, you missed some games, but this is one of your crucial players on this team. And why do you play it? You got a guy who got a new defense. You got a new defensive coordinator. This man has showed up faithfully. People are like, "Oh, well, let's see back if he's going to appear at minicamp. Let's see if he's going to do this." And he's done it. Scotty was like, "I thank you, Michael, for coming out here and showing your face, because we don't know if you had was going to." And he's been faithful the whole way, showing it. I'm going to show you I'm a leader. I'm going to show you I'm taking the next step. You feel me? And you don't think he
Facts.
don't want to be out there chomping at the bit at practice and stuff? You don't think Micah don't want to be on that field? One thing I know about Micah, Micah wants to win games. Micah does
Yep.
want to win a Super Bowl. Micah
Yes,
is
he
not just
does.
about the glitz and glamour. I want to win a Super Bowl. I want to win a Super Bowl. And if I don't win it here, I'm going to win it somewhere else. But that is my goal.
Facts.
So this ain't the money grab. This is a guy who really is about that life with this game. And if you got a guy who is really like that, you respect him and you do those things for him. And maybe you be quiet this time, but you always want to say, "I'm Jerry Jones and this is the Dallas Cowboys." Well, that way, you know what? Might have some chink in the army, because more players might start doing this in Dallas, because Michael was one of the first ones to stand up and lead the way. Now you might see more dogs be like, "Okay, Michael did it. I'm a dog. I might start saying something to you, Jerry. I don't mind that." because it's time to put these guys in a place and stop playing the media disrespectful game or the media game, thinking everything is funny. Because this is the type of little things that hurt your team in the long run, in my opinion.
I wish I had a button. I would give a boo. You know what I'm saying? Because I agree totally what you said, Big. I mean, and this comes to a point where Micah feels completely and totally disrespected. Now, initially, when I first heard the rumors, this was just from when I first was reacting to the Diana Rossini report that Micah was getting mad. It was seeming like he was going to go to drastic measures like request a trade. And I'm like, I know Micah getting upset, but I don't want Micah to play the media game with Jerry because that mofo is crazy. Jerry is crazy, and he will light this on fire to prove points. We've seen it. We saw him ship our best receiver at the time. Yes, CD is better now, but we saw him ship our best receiver at the time out of here for a 5th round pick. So Jerry will, if he doesn't F with you, he will. We've seen him cut and release players like he doesn't care. He will do, he typically does whatever the hell he wants. And it's like, if you test him, he does shit when you don't test him. So it's like when you test him, that makes him want to react and turn this shit up even more. So I'm like, Micah, do not engage. Just leave camp. Just F it. You know what I'm saying? Leave camp. Actually do a real holdout. And when Jerry and them are ready to talk business, then they can hit your agent up, because this is ridiculous. You're going out there, and I know you said a key point, Big. Micah wants to practice. Micah is a worker. He's always working. He's always practicing. He's always training. He's always training. Him being there is good, but it's like, it's not, because he's not getting to practice. Shout out to Coach Marv, who talked about how this is the callus size. Shotty's trying to build calluses around his team. Micah ain't building no calluses because he's standing on the sideline in track shorts and Crocs. So he's not getting any exercise. Yeah, he's there talking to his guys, giving them tips, but he needs to get in shape too. He needs to get in football shape, because yes, you can train, but he wants to be out there actually practicing with his guys so that they can hit the ground running. And when you looked at his note, he was like, we tried to get ahead of this. So even the dumb hardball tactic that the Joneses do, if you call first, you lose. Well, Micah just said my agent contacted them several times, and y'all still not wanting to do a deal, talking about, oh, we think we thought, we already got the deal handled. Jerry. Now, granted, does Jerry do these backdoor deals? Yes, he do. I think he did it to Ferg. I really think he knocked on Ferg's door and was like, hey, you want to get paid?
Yeah.
And Ferg was like, because Ferg, and of course Ferg was going to take the money. He just had a terrible year. Jerry want to guarantee him $30 million. He said, where's the contract at? You know what I'm saying? He signed quickly. And so, but when you look at a player like Micah, of course, Micah's going to talk to you. Micah has said he's had a personal relationship with Jerry. He's doing car rides with Jerry. He's been in the suite talking to Jerry. So if Jerry say, Micah, come, I want you to come talk to me, Micah's going to say, okay, I'm going to go talk to Jerry. But Jerry, even if you said, okay, we had the parameters in place, you knew you still had to go through the agent. Micah said he told you that. So at no point should you have thought, oh, I don't have to talk to the agent. The deal already done. This is what you call these stupid games that Jerry liked to play. And this is why I said I felt like Micah, as soon as Jerry started talking about contract stuff, you should have said, I'm out. I'm out. Call my agent. Because now Jerry is using this against Micah. Oh, we already had a deal. Now he's paying Micah as, oh, he's a liar. He's going back on his word. We already had a deal. No, Jerry, y'all didn't have no damn deal. Not written in stone. But this is what
you don't have no deal without an agent. You feel me?
Exactly.
You feel me, sis? You don't got no deal without no agent no more. Y'all did that in the 90s and the 80s and did all that stuff. This ain't now. And if he was talking to you, Just like he said, yeah, I talked to you. Yeah, we said some stuff, but at no time did I say, okay, this is the deal. Yeah, you start talking contract. That was you talking about it. I'm just talking
Right.
like, yeah, I probably like this. Who wouldn't say, yeah, I like this, I like that, but I ain't that ain't we ain't doing that because my guy
Right.
ain't here. I ain't representing this, so don't even try to spin that way. So that's the problem. And that Ferg stuff really pissed me off. Because just like you said, what you think Ferg gonna do? Ferg had one productive season, and this ain't nothing to get no
Nothing
Ferguson.
against
This ain't
Ferg.
nothing against no Ferguson, but he had 1 year, and that year wasn't crazy. It wasn't like over 1,000 yards. It
Right. It
was
wasn't
72
crazy.
catches for 700 yards. It wasn't even dynamic. And then you go out there, and then for Stephen Jones, when they were talking about him, it was talking about him and Bland. Oh, we're gonna kind of wait and see with Bland and Ferguson. Now all of a sudden, when y'all was gonna wait and see a couple months ago, now
He's
all of a
fine.
sudden Micah pressing y'all. Oh, let's go ahead and show you we can sign people. Boom, Jason. Ferguson signed our tight end for the next 4 years. Like, come on, dog. You ain't even have to do that because you knew Ferguson was going to jump at that. Well, just like
It,
you said, I ain't even have a great year, and y'all give me 30 million, get you, but I'm signing today. I'm signing today. And then did you hear what Steven said when he goes, "Oh, see, we think so highly of Ferguson, and we want to sign players who want to be here." That's that. See
mm-hmm.
that's that
Micah has
BS.
to
Like
want to get paid. We want to pay
you feel
Micah,
me?
but he has to want
Man,
to get paid. That's the type of dumb shit that they say. And it's
it's like,
like
what's the point of saying that?
Micah don't want to get paid. Now you put it out. Now, and this is what I don't. And first of all, let me just pause for a minute. Shout out to my sis Craven Cowboys. Y'all know I do my show with her every Wednesday. Star Chasers Girls
Shout
Talk
out to
Ball.
you, sis.
Appreciate you being in the chat, sis. But yeah, when it goes to even talking about Ferguson, the Joneses do this shit all the time. Remember when it was time to pay Zeke and Dak? Who'd they pay? Jalen
Yes.
Smith. Jalen Smith. They are always doing that. Where it's like, okay, this my biggest star is pressing me for a contract. Okay, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna pay this lesser player first. And when Steven is saying, "Oh, you gotta want to get paid," what he's saying is, you need to take our team friendly, shitty deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to get paid,
Yeah.
we got the offer on the table. So why don't you just go ahead and accept it? And it's like, listen, you may have the general framework. The Jerry and Michael may have crafted out the general framework of what they want to look like. But of course, Micah is not an agent. He is not a lawyer. He don't know the language and shit that needs to be put in there. He doesn't know that. And it's like, it just takes a simple conversation. But the Joneses, they want, this is what Jerry said. His documentary's coming out in August. But there was a clip going
Oh,
viral
imagine that.
where he said, it's a soap opera 365. That means it's drama 365 days a year. Any way I can create drama, any way I can create questions and, oh, does Jerry really believe in him? Is Micah a leader? Is Micah, anytime Jerry can create any type of narrative, oh, Trayvon Diggs didn't take his rehab seriously? Anytime Jerry can create narratives, he's going to do it because it gets him the money. He knows we stay in the news 24/7. It's going to line his pockets. But it comes to a point where we can transition to the second point that I want to talk about is, what does this do to Shotti's culture? I'm just waiting on this press conference for Shotty when they have to address him and say, your best player, one of your leaders has now requested a trade. What do you think
How you
about
feel
that?
about that? And Jerry sitting right next to you.
Like, what do you think? What do you
You
think
just
this
putting them
is?
in a badass spot. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit, Star, because now you putting your coach your new coach. You're a new coach who you just love and this and that. Why are you putting him in this situation? Why are you putting your coach in this uncomfortable situation? And once again, we're having a pretty good camp. Guys are showing up. You're talking about that. But what is trumping that right now, Star? This stuff. We're not talking about camp no more. We're not talking about who was showing up. We're not talking about who is getting signed. We're not talking about any of that. Layoff Collins just got signed. You got the dig stuff. You got players that are really showing up. Now that focus ain't on them no more. The focus ain't on camp no more. The focus ain't on culture no more. The focus is on Micah Parsons and the trade request. And now this is going to dominate the headlines just like Jerry wants. And I don't care. That's one of the reasons why, okay, players and coaches in these 30 years have choked. Okay, so we can't just blame front office for the
Correct.
failures in
That's
these playoffs
correct.
and things of that nature. We
That's
can't
correct.
do that because players and coaches have done it too. So,
Yep.
but when you see these things like this, these things like this are detrimental to a culture, to me, and it's detrimental because, yes, even though you may sign him, I'm going to tell you right now, would you like your boss telling you if you were sitting down or you were about to get paid from him? Yeah, but he be missing a lot of days, though, or yeah, he be doing this, and I don't like when he be doing that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pay. Like, and then you telling everybody that. You telling all the employees, you telling all everybody else what's going on. How would you feel if you telling all my fellow employees that I do this, I do that, I'll do that, but I'm gonna pay you a lot of money, but you still be doing all this, and you telling all my employees like that, bruh? I'm gonna be mad as f at you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take your
Right.
money. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna take
Right.
your money, but I'm gonna be pissed off, and I'm gonna never forget that. I'm gonna never forget what you said about me. I'm gonna never forget what you said about me. And I don't know if my loyalty is going to be the same to you. I don't know if my loyalty is going to be the same to you because guess what? I might on the low be looking for another job. On the low, I might like be looking for somebody who's going to show me my respect because I know what I
Appreciation.
bring to the table. I
Facts.
know what I can go to another company and I can make this company great because I know I have value. I know who I am. So you're not going to degrade me like that. Like I'm not a valuable commodity. You don't have to say that about me. Pay me my money for what I work for. I've done something that nobody has done in the NFL. First four
Facts.
years, nobody has done what I've done. But yet
Nobody's
you
done.
still gonna throw a little diss at me. You get what I'm saying? So that's what it comes down to, the respect. It ain't about getting paid. People think that well, he gonna get his money back. It ain't about that, y'all. Because if you was at a job and your employer was dissing you like that, would you be like, well, I'm gonna get paid anyway, it don't matter? No, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't.
Tell me in the
You
chat you would. Tell me in the chat you would.
would. You wouldn't, big, and that's the type. That's what we're talking about. Like it goes beyond that. And I had tweeted out. I said, I bet you Micah sees. This is why Dak don't fuck with the Joneses unless
Hmm.
it's about football. That don't talk to them. You ain't gonna
Exactly.
see him at no
Yep.
parties. You ain't gonna see him
Yep.
on the boat. You ain't gonna see him
Yep.
because Dak knows. He knows
Hmm.
that these Joneses are full of BS. They will smile in your face and shake your hand and make you feel like you're a beloved son. And that's probably what Jerry was doing, really trying to get in Micah's head. Like, you're special to me. You're so special. And I think you're gonna lead us to it. You don't know the personal one-on-ones. What Jerry has said to Micah. Because I heard that conversation that Micah's talking about that he had with Jerry was 3 hours long. They was in there talking for hours. And it's always reported when Jerry put you in the office, he's talking to you for hours. So Micah's in there talking to him, and Micah's thinking like, Jerry ain't that bad, blah, blah, blah. Like, we got a good relationship. I'm doing everything he asks. I'm showing up. I'm showing leadership. I went to OTAs. I was there for mini camp. Then I was here day one at training camp. Like, surely Jerry is gonna pay me my money. As long as he said I'm gonna do the good soldier route, the DAC route, I'm gonna attend everything. I'm not gonna miss nothing. And you still playing with my money? But this is the type of shit. But you should have seen. When did they pay Dak last year? Season opener.
Yeah.
After he
And
attended,
CD right before, and CD
and
right, literally right before that.
2 weeks or a week and a half, I think they paid CD. Like, this is what I'm saying. And then when you talked about big, like, now it can't just be on football. And that's why I got this post up from Brandon Laurie. Y'all be sure to follow Brandon Laurie. I always go to his Twitter and stuff because he always got all the news and stuff when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. But his ad is Brandon is right, WRITE. So y'all please go give him a follow if y'all on Twitter. But He posted, Cowboys defensive players are changing their profile pictures in solidarity with Micah in his contract dispute. Two players here with Demarion Overshown and Wanye. I think everybody would like to be resolved in the most positive way. And then you have CD, who came out, and Micah retweeted it. Let me see what we got here. Never fails, dog. Just pay the man what you owe him. No need for the extracurricular. Like, you see what this is doing to his teammates, and then you want them to go out there and practice with the same deal and energy
And
and all
go
of
on
that,
to the
and
organization.
go
No.
hard. No, it's going to that same energy because they're sitting there thinking my brother may be getting traded. Like, Micah may be getting traded. So how am I supposed to focus on X's and O's and football and running my routes correctly and giving all I can to get to the pass and all this stuff when you're literally trying to trade one of our brothers? You're trying to trade one of the cornerstones of this organization at this point. Like,
Yeah.
and it's our
But look, check this
brother
out.
that had to do this. Yeah, go ahead, Big.
Check this out, though. And some people are talking about this, and I see what the last few comments, but this is what I said too. I said it in the show last week. They drafted Ravel, right,
Mhm.
in the third round, and he got a lot of talent, but we know about the injury, right? They drafted Ezraku in the second round, which I was surprised. Remember when we were at the draft, when we
Mhm.
did our draft show? I was
Yep.
surprised. I was like, whoa, they drafted a defensive end that early. They already got a whole gang of them. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? We'll see. But now I'm like, I don't know if this is just me speculating. I don't even know if this is real. But
Mhm.
remember when DeMarcus Lawrence was with the Cowboys and
Mhm.
they were talking about he borderline bust and then he turned up? Well, guess what? Right before that year they turned up, they drafted Taco Charlton. Taco Charlton was his replacement. Taco
Mhm.
Charlton was your replacement because you was kind of a bust. So we drafted somebody just in case you go, you're gonna be the next man to take your spot. Now here's my thing. They got Fowler. They loaded up on their edges
Loaded
this year.
up.
This
Loaded it
this
up.
could be conspiracy theory, but they loaded up on their edges. They got Dante Fowler. They had Sam Williams. They got Marshawn Nealon. They got Peyton Turner. They just signed this dude James Houston. You
Yep.
get what I'm saying? And as a Raku, or they're just pushing over, right? So my thing is, how do I know that the Joneses won't play the game of, okay, you're under contract for this year. Go ahead and sit out and miss money. Let's see what these guys on the edge can do. Let's see if they can hold that down while you gone. Because if they can, maybe I don't pay you. I don't. People always just saying, "Oh, he's going to get paid." They got a lot of edges out there. Maybe they might play a game. Maybe they might. Let's see. Let's see if you're serious because they said even today. I listened to Mike Fisher. They still haven't reached out to his agent. Even after he's the man to trade, they still ain't reached out to his agent or them. So I'm going to sit back and watch and look because I'm not going to say nothing is guaranteed. You know, I knew they were going to sign CD Lamb because you didn't have no receivers.
Yep.
I knew you was going to end up signing Dak because you ain't gonna have a quarterback. But I knew when you got Trey Lance, you tried to make him the piece, and you messed up on. Y'all didn't try to develop because you see him over there doing something with the Chargers, right? He
Yep.
actually playing and doing
Yep.
something with the Chargers because they actually really developed him. You just brought him over here to
spite.
spite, and oh, we get a. That's all it was. You brought another quarterback over here to spite that. Oh, well, we might have somebody else. He was a former pick, and let's see. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? And then now you got all these edges out here. How do I know that you're not gonna be like, well, we got edges here. Let's see what you really gonna do because you under contract and you gonna lose money if you don't come to these games. And if these other guys take up your spot and are doing good, maybe I won't pay you. I'm not listening to everybody up top telling me this is a done deal when I see all these edges on the team. And if they combine, do what they think Micah can do, I don't know if the Jones is going to jump out there and spend 40 something million on you. I don't know that now. And nobody's going to keep on telling me, oh, girl, automatically going to sign you. I don't have to hear what all you people say it in there. I believe it when I see
Facts.
it.
I agree with that, Big. And shout out, before I get to that, I don't want to skip. Keyshawn put a super chat. He said, shout out to Keystone Porter 499. To Big, he said it probably was one of those speeches on the training camp grounds that got extended before you were seeing the tweet star and Big set the trends. What you mean by that, Keystone? Flesh that out. Flesh that out for me. But I think that when it comes to, and shout out to everybody in the chat, thank you. It says 176 of y'all in the chat, so let's go. We keep
Let's
putting up the numbers,
go.
but 176 of y'all, please make
Let's
sure y'all are
go.
liking the video. Please
Let's
make sure
go.
y'all liking the video on the way in. Please make sure you're sharing,
Share it, all that
sharing and
good stuff.
subscribing to our YouTube channels. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. But I think when you talk about, and that's a great point, Big, like they do, the Joneses draft to replace all the time. So they definitely, you drafted, and I heard White Cotton was trying to get them to draft Donovan in the first round.
Him in the first.
In the first round.
In the first.
That's how high the coaching staff was on Donovan Ezaraku. They thought of him as he was considered by most of the draft gurus, you know, Daniel Jeremiah and all these people, that he was a first round pick. We looked out and got him at the top of the second round. So I do think, and then you look how they loaded up the edge room. The edge room is overloaded. Then we found out they added James Houston last minute. And I'm like, how many edges do you guys need? But it's a fair point that they're adding all of these edges because they were gearing up and preparing for Micah to potentially, if he wanted to do a holdout or if he, you know, went to extreme measures, like I'm requesting a trade. Because as soon as Micah put that out, that I'm requesting a trade, then Steven, who we know Steven has a somewhat relationship with Diana Rossini because he gave her exclusives. So Diana Rossini immediately puts out, Cowboys have no interest in trading Micah Parsons. But the fact is, y'all trying to hold him. They are really, this is what I told people, Jerry is crazy. I think that Micah will eventually get paid, but they're going to push this to the limit, especially now, since Micah requested this trade. They don't have...
I don't think they're going to move fast. They're going to sit there and sit on their hands even more now.
Micah can demand a trade all he wants, guys. The Joneses have rights to him for 3 more years. Because they don't have to do nothing because he signed his 5th-year option. Then they can franchise tag him twice. They franchised Dak twice. Y'all know that, right? I think they franchised D-Law twice. Yes. Y'all know that, right?
Yes.
So,
prove it.
Exactly.
Show me
so it really doesn't matter. Like Micah can do this, but at the end of the day, if he leaves camp, he's gonna be fined $50K.
He losing money. That's why he ain't leaving camp.
$50K. And if he sits out games, he's gonna be fined. He's gonna be fined because he's under contract. So now the Joneses, they don't have to do anything. And I really don't know what they want. This is what I feel like Jerry is just milking. He's milking this for however long he can get. He loves when he sees on Twitter, oh, Micah's going to the Commanders. Oh, Micah's going to the Seahawks. Because everybody is talking about the Cowboys. Where's Micah going to go? Where's Micah going to go? So this shit going to drag out. This is what I was telling Boss yesterday. I said, Boss, I know, because Boss likes to say, if you want to get paid, you got to be an asshole in Dallas. And I'm like, but Boss, are the assholes really getting paid? CD sat out. He didn't get paid till late August. Zeke sat out. He didn't get paid till September. Like, Micah sitting out. Who knows when the fuck he gonna get paid? It's like the Joneses pay you when they want to pay you. And when you want top dollar, Jerry is gonna drag that shit out. Unless you're willing to say, Jerry, you know what? I'll just take that team friendly deal. Then he'll sign you immediately. All right, here the paperwork. Sign right here.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you want that, records,
they always want to win them negotiations. They always want to win them negotiations. That means everything to them. And just like you said, Star, he'll just drag this out because, like you said, they have the leverage. Micah don't have the leverage. They
He has
have
no
the
leverage,
leverage.
guys.
That's why he ain't sitting out. That's why he ain't missing camp because they have leverage. That's why we're going to see if he really missing games because that's what they talking about right now. And I'm telling you, man, it's just coming in my head, Star, that I'm watching this rookie Ezra Rockwell. That's the one I'm watching. I'm not saying he's no Micah talent or nothing like that, but he is talented. He has the two belt of moves, and if he hits the ground running as a rookie, and if Micah says I'm gonna sit out, and he turns up a little bit, this gonna get real interesting. I just don't think just because Michael jumped up and demanded a trade, that the Jones would be like, "Oh, hold up, he demanded a trade. Let's go make it now." Now they like, "Oh, you bucking up to us, or we gonna really drag it out, or we're really gonna make you wait. We'll see how tough it really is because you know what, we control everything, not you or your
Yup.
agent. So guess what? And it's a privilege to play
Hmm.
here. You know what? This is about the Dallas because I remember when he sat there and sat down Terrell Owens, when he cut him, he said, "Guess what? It's bigger than you. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than all this. Cowboys bigger than all this. And therefore, bye. See you later." And then Terrell Owens was gone. He cut him. And that was that. And Terrell Owens thought he was going to get an extension. And guess what? He got cut. Remember Dez Bryant? Dez Bryant started getting real loud at the end. Guess what? Did you see Dez Bryant anymore?
No,
Did you see
you
Dez
didn't
Bryant
see him.
anymore? Dez was like 28,
Gone.
gone. You feel me? When you start bucking up and start talking a lot in Dallas,
You gone.
you're gonna be gone. You see Amari Cooper when he had the
Gone.
little attitude and was
Gone.
bucking up, gone.
Like, they don't play
So
that.
that's
Yup.
all I'm saying.
I'm glad
Listen to that. Whenever you really start bucking up to Dallas and really start talking back,
you're
you
out of
be
here.
gone.
And I'm glad you said that because I was like, listen, Jerry does not take being disrespected lightly. Like, so Micah saying he is the first Cowboy, a big star like this, or maybe even ever to ever request a trade out of Dallas. And so, of course, Jerry and them's gonna act like, oh, it doesn't matter, blah blah blah. But you think Jerry likes that shit? No, no. Like Jerry gonna play it off like, it's fine, blah blah blah. But all they gonna say is what they continue to say. First of all, they said no comment. They didn't want to talk to the media yesterday, but whenever they do talk to the media, I can bet you money Steven's gonna say, we don't have any desire to trade Mike, and we got rights to him for the next 3 years. Because he was saying that shit last year. When
Right.
everybody's, don't you want to get hit on Micah? He was like, no, we have rights to Micah. He said in the press conference, Micah is not going anywhere. We have rights to him for the next 3 years. So we don't have to pay him if we don't want to. Like, we don't have to do nothing. And that's how the
Right.
Joneses operate. We don't have to do anything. We don't have to do anything. And this is the type of childish shit. And somebody talked about, shout out to Matthew Villegas. He said, sorry, Big, but your boy Shotty is going to be set up. Have a Jason Garrett first 2011 season. Shotty's culture is not relevant because he's already neutered by those F-boys, the Joneses. This is going to... That's a
That's a
good
good ass
comment
comment, dog.
because this is going to be Shotty's real test. Because, and you put him in an F situation, because if Shotty goes out there and it's like, we got a bunch of good guys, and he doesn't overpraise or say, show anger because of Shotty, you're going to have people saying, oh, Shotty don't believe, or Shotty don't even care about Micah like that. He
You sure?
don't got Micah back.
Yeah.
He a fake coach. But if then he would go out there strong-handed, like, I don't like this. Micah is our leader. I'm going to need him here, X, Y, and Z. Then people could paint that as, oh, so he's going directly against the front office. And then he may start having problems with Jerry and Steven. Like, this is such a bad situation to put a coach in. And then you've been teaching culture, you've been teaching camaraderie, and now what if his brothers decide, like, we want to sit out a day and practice a solidarity? That's time you're losing. And then any player that plays now don't care about Micah. You see how this can spiral into something terrible? Because if the players want to protest, then you put everybody who's like, nah, bro, we need to practice in. Oh, they don't love Micah. They don't really got Micah's back. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, fuck Jerry for doing this, because you totally effed up. Like, if Shotty overcomes this smoothly and like things just continue as normal, but he continued to have Micah's back, like, shout out to Shotty, but it's gonna be very hard when you have owners that are doing this because Shotty has been poising Micah to be a leader, the leader in his locker room, one of the pivotal leaders in his locker room all season, and now he's request for a trade. How do you continue that mantra? How do you continue that we got this best
But you
culture
know
in the
what? I
world?
think a lot of the team knows how to Jones. I think a lot of the people, a lot of the players know how the Joneses is, and so I feel like that's why they're jumping to it. I think the problem is with this is what keeps you from taking it higher because now do your players because this is why I made that tweet star when I said not only is now
Mm-hmm.
this goes back to the beginning, but the players and coaches don't have to just prepare for those teams each week. You got to deal with the front
Facts.
office. So I have to not only overcome the teams, you have to overcome the
Yeah.
front office. And that's a hard thing to do. And that's why I say good luck, Shotty, because you got a lot of stuff on your plate with this. Because number one, how do we know that these players are going to play all out when your owner acts like that? To sit there and say that they're always going to play all out, you're playing for that organization and that man owns this organization. Yeah, you got your money, but do these players just want to go all out? They would have to love their coach to go all out because I know everybody don't love them damn Joneses. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they say Jerry does and this and that. I know they don't all love Steven. I
Oh
know
yeah,
that.
for sure.
Okay. And the only reason why Jerry gets by is because Jerry is calculating what he
Right.
does. Jerry is very calculated in how he does. Like if Jerry gives you something, you best believe he's giving it to you for a
You.
reason. If Jerry does something for you, you best believe he's doing it for a
Mm-hmm.
reason. He wants something back from it. He just collects it later. You get
Yep.
what I'm saying? And that's what Jerry does on the law. And y'all don't know that. And the reason why I know that because that's Libra gang. I'm a Libra, and so is Jerry. And there's good
Bad
Libras and there's
Libras.
bad Libras. And Jerry is kind of like the bad Libra. You
Bad.
know what I'm saying? Because I see them bad traits. I look at them. Oh, I'm like, see, you be doing that. You manipulate. That's one of the things that kind of our bad thing. You can manipulate, and he's a master
Master,
manipulator. That's what Jerry
master
Jones is.
manipulator.
He's a master manipulator, and his manipulation has caused, to me, in my opinion, the way this team goes like this. You
Right.
can just be quiet all year. Has to be winning 7-0. Jerry will say something stupid. You feel me? Like just to mess
Just to
everything
mess
up. Like, why are
everything
you
up.
talking right now? Everything's going good. You just want to interject in there out of nowhere. And I'm telling you, this is the reasons why I feel like this team does not take that next step too. Because you have this distraction. You said leaders, just like you said, Star. He's not even practicing. And I said last year, when them players sit out, they're not practicing with their team. So it's different when you're not practicing with your team on the field. It's different. It's not like you're practicing at home. So you're going to tell me you've been talking about injury with Micah. So what if you sign Micah at the beginning of the first of the game and he ain't been
Right.
practicing with the team and then he injures himself week 3?
Right.
Then you're going to point. Then you know what you're going to do? You're going to blame
Yep.
him. See, I told you. I told you. I signed him all this money and
Right.
already got
That's
hurt.
what he did. That's what he did to
Man,
Dak. We made
see?
the highest paid player, and you see he got
Mm.
hurt. Like this is so now.
And
So
he got
now you're
hurt.
using players' injuries against them. Now you're throwing injuries are a part of the game. Your players are gonna get injured. And how about this? Instead of criticizing your players, why don't you fix your training staff that the players graded a D and a C minus last year? How about you fix that shit? Because clearly the players feel like they have not been taken care of. It's not enough people in that room. There's no salary cap on paying trainers. Like, you should have the best trainers in the world if you're the best sports franchise in the world. But yet, your players are saying it's a D, it's a C. It's not good. So if you're concerned, then how about you change something? But instead, so let's now throw the players under the bus who are putting their bodies on the line for this team, and it's bullshit. And you think that just because you paid them, that guarantees that they're going to be healthy? No, everybody knows that. There's no guarantees in football, especially when it comes to injury. But you pay players for what they've done. Dig said that payers get paid. We get paid for what we've done. That's why we get paid. You owe Micah money even if he don't pay another down because what he's done. You owe
Mm-hmm.
Diggs for doing what he did. Tying the interception record. First
Mm-hmm.
team All Pro. You pay Dak for what he did. MVP runner up. You pay players
Mm-hmm.
for what they did. But you're trying to make it seem like
Mm-hmm.
there's just this guarantee that a player is going to be healthy, and that's just totally ridiculous. But shout out
Mm-hmm.
to everybody in the chat. My guy 100 Grand, JV, one of my loyal supporters. I really appreciate you guys so much. It says it's 179 of y'all. It's going to 180. So y'all just please make sure y'all hitting the like button. But I think that when it comes to the last thing I kind of want to say about this is that well, anyway, do you have something to say big on any of that I said?
I was just gonna say about this Revel thing. I'm frustrated with that because y'all was out there trying to talk, and it pissed me off because everybody knew I seen a video of him about 3 months ago. Start he was running on a
Mm-hmm.
treadmill. He ran on that treadmill, and they were like, "Revel's going hard, looking good." I'm like, "That boy don't look good." He ran like 2 seconds, and you could see him slow down on that knee, and I'm like, "Nah, he ain't good." And then when he got to
Mm-hmm.
camp, right? That pissed me off when they showed them two clips. They were like, "Oh, guess what? And what's good, everybody?" They was like, Ravel is over there with the cornerbacks. He got his helmet on, and he got his he's over there. Now you know damn well he not ready. And then y'all throwing them balls to him. He catch them in the air. You can tell he can't walk good. You can tell that knee is ginger. You can tell he not ready. And y'all putting out there like, oh, he gonna be ready. He gonna be ready. No, he not. And right after them clips they showed on the practice field, that's when 2 days later his dad's like, oh, he about 6 to 8 weeks away. And then they're like, oh, he had a little setback in his rehab and it's gonna be longer. Do I know if that setback was when y'all was out there trying to throw the ball to him and make him run and catch the ball, and all of a sudden he's putting that pressure and the knee swelled up, and now all of a sudden they're like, we're gonna have to chill. How do I know that didn't happen? Because you know when you get injured and you got a bad knee and you're running on it back and forth, that knee will
Yep.
swell. That's what does happen. The knee starts
Yep.
swelling, and swelling happens if it ain't all the way right. And right after he did that, the report came out that he's not ready. He's farther behind. So just little things like that are just make me mad. And like I said, I feel like Ravel was Diggs' replacement. And if y'all got so much beef with Diggs, y'all going back and forth. Y'all got so much beef with Diggs. Why don't you trade him then? Because
Facts. I put
I've
that
been putting it
big.
out there.
I put
Miami
that
got
out there
two.
big.
I'm not trying to, but you know what, y'all, why y'all keep? They talking about releasing him next year anyway. They talk about cutting him next year anyway. That's what the word is already being out that he might not be here
Right.
next year. So if that's the case, if y'all gonna do that, then why don't you get something for him? Because Miami is over there lost Jalen Ramsey. They lost two cornerbacks to blown out knees. They were more than take him, and I bet you could get a draft pick from him. I don't want Diggs to leave, but y'all keep on having this back and forth, and then we keep on hearing that he might be gone next year anyway. So
I
why you ain't gonna do something to
Facts
get him?
big. I
But
said that. I put that on Twitter.
you
I was
feel
like,
me?
if I'm this, I'm not gonna keep doing this social media BS with them. Back and forth.
Trade me. I'll be
Trade me
like,
right
Diggs,
now.
trade me.
You can clearly see the film shows I'm ahead of schedule. I bet you any team right now will be willing to trade
Yes,
for me right now.
yes, yes. They would.
Yes, they would.
Yes, they
So it's
would.
like instead of doing the dumbass shit, you just doing that typical shit. I'm gonna trash you, trash you, trash you, trash you. Get the fan base to turn against you, and then I'm gonna either release you, just cut you and get nothing for you. I'm gonna cut you and get nothing for you but a comp pick, or I'm going to trade you for not adequate compensation.
Yes. And that's some BS where you can get some real compensation right now because I'm telling you, Miami is desperate. And Trevor Diggs don't look bad right now, and they're desperate. So if I'm Diggs, I'm like, if y'all gonna keep disrespecting me and playing me, then get me somewhere where somebody is gonna want me. You get your little draft pick, I'm gonna go somewhere I
Facts,
want it, and we be like that.
exactly.
Because if I'm a player, that's what I'm doing. You ain't gonna keep talking about me and saying this week with the training and whatever,
Facts.
whatever. Look, just find somebody else to get me somewhere else and let me go because this is nothing but a circus. It
It
stays one.
is.
And when we look at the top
Yep.
teams, when we look at the Kansas Cities that are winning, or the Philadelphia just won, or we see the Baltimore Ravens, or we see teams that are consistently on top, Yeah, there might be some little back and forth here, but when we hear this crazy ass drama year in and year out with these teams, no, especially with their stars, they take care of their stars. They don't talk in the media. They move
Right.
in silence. Next thing you know, boom, Pat Mahomes is signed. Boom, Travis Kelsey is signed. Boom, blah 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 from the with the defensive lineman, he's signed. Boom, blah blah, offensive tackle signed. Boom, they just be signing them and they ain't saying a damn thing. Players just getting happy getting their money. But we always got to hear the extra with that. And I mean, that's why you keep on, that's what keeps you from the top. And you're handicapping your coach right now, who's a new coach trying to create a new brand, a new thing, and you're handicapping him right now by not keeping one of his best players in camp. So I don't know how you think this season is going to turn out good, especially when you got this dirty ass schedule you got. It's going to be rough. We'll
That's what
see.
I'm saying. Like you you just mess up this the whole flow. And it's like with Trayvon Diggs, I really do think like don't if they don't want you, trade you. And I will be trying to get because if you just let the Joneses, I'm not gonna request a trade or I'm not gonna do anything, then it's like the Joneses are just gonna trade you to whoever for some bullshit. It's like, why not try to work it out? I'll try to work it out first and see what the hell is the issue is, talk man to man and feel like if we can get some common ground. But if not, then let's work on a trade where you get adequately compensated and I get to go to a team where I feel like I actually want to go. Like, that's what I would be trying to do. I don't want Trayvon Diggs traded. I want Trayvon to stay on the team. But I'm saying if they're going to just do this typical, which is looking like just setting it up so that they can cut a player, like, I don't want that. I'm tired of just getting comp picks when we could be getting real compensation. And then it could help us in what we know is the pivotal part of our offseason, the draft. You know what I'm saying? If we have some
Yes.
actual good,
Yes.
if we have multiple thirds or 2 seconds or 2 fourths, like that would help us. That would help us out a lot. But when you have only so many picks, then you're just getting comp picks. So, oh, I got multiple 6. Like, who cares about that? I got multiple 6th and 7th round picks.
You feel me?
I
Who
got
gives
multiple
a
6th
hell
round
about a
picks. Like,
six
come
or
on.
seven? Oh my
Like,
God.
that's not.
We almost know that most of them fifth, sixth, and seventh rounders, their chances of making the team is like that. You feel me? Their chances of making the team. So we supposed to jump up and do cartwheels over 7 comp picks, 7 fifth rounders, 26 rounders, and 17 seventh rounders. That's what we happy to get. Nah, we want them first and second, third picks. So if you're gonna keep playing games, then you get some real, like you said, compensation. If you really don't want them here, or y'all having that battle, there's teams that will really be desperate and get. But you know what? Dallas don't know. That's why I'm scared for them. I don't want them to trade Micah Parsons
They
because they
stupid.
stupid. They
They
did that back in the day when Jimmy Johnson was here. That
They
was Jimmy
stupid.
Johnson was here, got the Herschel Walker trade. I don't trust
Hell
Stephen
no.
Jones and Jerry Jones to get the right compensation for
Hell
Micah
no, I
Parsons.
don't.
So that's another reason why I don't want them traded because they're dumbasses in that
Correct,
aspect too.
correct. And shout out, William is telling me now. William, I can agree with you about, and I tweeted this yesterday too. The agent's hand is not clean. You know what I'm saying? It's clear. Micah said in the post, like his agent was like, "Nah, let's wait. We can get more money." You know what I'm saying? And I want people to know, as an attorney, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there are attorneys out here that they will try to pay, like even y'all see social justice attorneys, like these attorneys are out here for the money grab. So you have to know that, and they
Mhm.
will pay it as, "Oh, Micah, you deserve this is what you need to get, blah blah blah." But really,
Mhm.
they just trying to get the max contract possible. They trying to squeeze team because the bigger the contract, the bigger the money that goes into their bank account. So so I do believe Micah's agent wanted him to drag it out. I do believe Michael's agent is the one who told him we're gonna request a trade because he wants to push it to the max for what he can get out of Micah. He's already, if y'all look at the deals that he's done around athletes first, like I think it's David Mugia, I can't say his name. David M.
I
You
can't
go
say that name, but yeah, we know
David
who he
M.
is.
He's done some deals where it's like, did that player, should that team have did that? You know what I'm saying? He's done that. He's been getting record setting for everybody. It don't really matter if play is just record setting, record setting, record setting. So he's on a run right now. And Micah is his most valuable client. So he knows if I got this guy this who's barely played, he's missed 2 seasons because of injury, and I got this guy this, and I got this guy who ain't had no Pro Bowls, and I got this guy this, then with Micah, I'm going to try to get above market. I'm not just going to get like, 41.5 million or 42. He probably is asking for like 45. He is jumping because Micah, again, is his most valuable asset. People been saying Micah was going to be a $40 million man his rookie sophomore year. So that was always the threshold. Regardless of the TJ Watt and the Myles Garrett contracts, Micah was always going to get $40+ million. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if Micah was like, oh yeah, because there was this quote that Micah put out in last December that, I don't need to get 40 million. But his agent was never gonna let him take less than $40 million. He wasn't. So
Right.
I can be with you on that, William, that the agent's hand is not clean, but it's still majority of Jerry and Steven's fault because the agent has at least reached out and is trying to work shit out. But they have, and Micah said they have not made no numbers demands to them. There has not been any demands. So it's like, at least you can start the negotiation process. At least. But you're just being closed door. That's the issue. Like, that's the issue. That's why it's still on front office, because you're just doing closed door policy. And you're taking shots at your best players in the media because they got injured. Like, who does that? Nobody else got to deal with this shit. Even Myles Garrett, he was requesting trades. He was talking crazy about the Browns. All they kept saying is, we love Myles. We love Myles. We have no...
And he ain't going nowhere. And he ain't going nowhere.
That's how they kept saying. But
he ain't going nowhere. We love Myles.
We love him. TJ Watt don't have to deal with this. They just keep giving him record-setting contracts. But with Micah Parsons, we don't know.
They put in the work. You feel me? So, yeah, they put in the work and they deserve it. TJ Watt is probably going to the Hall of Fame. Myles Garrett is probably going to the Hall of Fame. You feel me? So, guess what? And the Browns organization sucks. I'm going to be first to tell you. I'm out here in Ohio. The Browns organization sucks. Their owner is dumb and stupid. But even him, he kept his ass quiet. He kept his mouth shut, and he said, "Let my guys do this because we can't afford to lose this guy and set us back. So I'm gonna just be quiet and let my people handle this." And Haslam didn't come out and trash people, and Haslam is known to run his mouth about his players. So definitely, he didn't come out and say a damn thing about that because he realized we can't say this, so we're gonna lose this player. So it just comes down to the same thing over and over again. And when Cowboys are wondering, Cowboys fans or the team is wondering why they're right at the rim.
They're hanging around the rim.
They're right at the rim. They'll be hanging about the rim again because this little things like this. And I don't care. My last thing on it is I don't care what these people are telling me in the streets. Like, he's going to get paid, so just calm down. No, that's what I don't like when people are like, just be quiet and just chill because he's going to get paid. Meanwhile, anybody else can be reckless and talk how they want, but as long as he gets paid, everything makes everything good. No, that's not right, and we ain't standing for that shit no more.
I agree with that, Big, and I think Jay said David Mugler is another Todd France. Yeah, but see, Todd France has a reason to be an asshole to the front office. You know what I'm saying? David Mugler, they got beef. They got beef. You know what I'm saying? David Mugler, now, he's getting all the athletes from, athletes first is growing. So, but they haven't never even spoken like that. So it's like, they don't have no beef. Jerry is just being petty because he really thought he got this backdoor deal. You know what I'm saying? He thought he had this deal, but it's like, Jerry, you knew full and well that wasn't going to happen. And David, regardless of what Jerry say, I don't know who he is. You know who David Mugler is, and you do know his reputation. So I don't care what Jerry said. I don't even know him. Like, yes, you do know him, Jerry. Stop playing games. But anyway, I feel like we said enough on that. They're about to get into the press conference. Shotty still ain't up yet, but we gonna have.
Oh yeah,
we gotta see what's gonna happen with that. But just some last things I think before we get off of here is Waletzko has been cut. Which why has Matt why has Matt
What?
Walesko been on this team this long?
Because that was a Stephen Jones pick, and
The
that was the
Amari
fifth
pick,
rounder
yeah.
for Amari
So
Cooper.
y'all see how Matt Walesko has been below average. Yeah, we just now cut him. So
He's never been on the field on a
he's
regular
never been on the field.
season
He's never been on
game.
the field, but he's somehow still on the roster. You see how the Cowboys are? They're goofy. Is it? They
They ain't
goofy.
shit.
Like that don't make no sense. But he just got cut because they added Lyle Collins.
Old ass Leo
And so, what
Collins.
you think about that, Big? Before we get out of here, what you think about us signing Lyle?
I mean, you know what? I ain't gonna be a hater. I ain't gonna be a hater, Star. I ain't gonna be
You're right.
no hater. 32 years old, ain't played no football in a whole damn year. Whatever, Cowboys. Go ahead, cause you have friends in the
Yeah,
building, and Dak like him.
yeah.
So I guess we'll
Let's
just
let's
see.
figure
I
it
don't have
out.
any trust in it because you was not looking good the last 3 to 4 years
He
in
was
your
not.
career, and now all of a sudden you sat out. And I don't care if you're the best shape in your life. It ain't about being in shape. It's about
Facts.
technique. It's about playing hard. Because one of the things about you were lazy.
Lazy,
That's one of the things about you. You were lazy.
lazy.
And yeah, and you're the
Hmm.
tackle, and you didn't have no flexibility. So I ain't gonna lie. I'm so on this. I'd rather see some of them young guys get the chance over layout.
Me
I'd rather
too.
see like a Nate
Right, Big
Thomas and them
Nate.
get a chance
Big
over
Nate.
layout. I don't want no damn Leo Collins come in, bring no progress stopper, and then you say, "Oh, Leo Collins has already played for us. He's already playing in the league," and he started getting his ass kicked week in and week out. Don't play that politic game. Put the best player in, and that's what I feel about that.
I agree with that. We got to be honest. Like Lyell's film has been terrible, and he's been paid a lot of money. The Bengals paid him a lot of money to go and come and defend Burrow. Uh, then the Bills paid him a lot of money, and he hasn't been performing well at all. Now they did say that over this offseason he's in the best shape because he's been training.
So was Tyron
He's
Smith.
been training with Duke apparently. And so, they're hoping that that's, going to make him better, which Duke is known and renowned as the best offensive line trainer in the league. So we'll see if Duke, could have got him right and see what he does. But I'm with you, Big. Like I would 100% just rather. I was trying to find that video Brandon had, but yeah, it doesn't even matter. But I was trying to say that I would rather see I would rather see the young guys. Like if Nate Thomas has been doing great and he said that he trained with Dak and this off season and Dak really is the one like poured into him was like, bro, you're really good. Like you could be a starter. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to train like you can be a starter. And then you're seeing that the confidence that he's playing with, it's like let the young guy go. I feel like Lyle is good for like an insurance policy though. You know, if things go
That's
wrong
it.
with Nate or something happens, then you let him come in and help. But right now, you just pretty much bringing Lyle. You should be bringing Lyle in for just like a mentorship role, pretty much at this point.
Depth,
Mentors,
mentorship, and depth.
right? But
That's it.
not we're bringing you in to be the star. Like I don't want to see Lyle practicing with the first team. Now,
No,
if Nate just start getting his ass whooped, okay, I can see that. But other than that, like don't just bring Lyle in here to start because that I hate it's those forced. Shout out to Boss Cowboy talks about forced outcomes. You don't want to start forcing outcomes, especially when Shotty's whole culture is built around competition. So, and he keeps speaking about
hmm
how people ask him, "Oh, why is this person moved up? Why did Blue move up? Why is Jay getting some first team reps?" And he's like, "Because I believe if a player is doing everything we tell them to do, they deserve to know that they can move up." And that's something in
hmm
they said that wasn't something the beat reporters and people on DallasCowboys.com, I think Isaiah Stanback said that was not the case in years past. It, positions were given. They weren't
hmm
earned, they were given. And he actually said that's the reason why he left the league because he was
hmm
like, I just knew that it didn't matter what I did, I wasn't gonna start. I wasn't ever gonna get a fair shake. So we're hoping that, It's gonna be difficult for Shotty, but hey, man, you saw the crazy shit they did to Mike McCarthy, Dan Quinn. Like, you had a front row seat to the crazy ass shit that this front office will do. You was here when we traded Amari for a fifth, so you knew what you was getting into. You know what I'm saying? You had a front row seat to also prepare. How would I deal with this? Where did Mike go wrong? Where did Mike do good? Like, you know, so, and you have Pete Carroll, who is your mentor. So I'm pulling for you, Shotty. You know what I'm saying? I hate that the Jones.
I'm
I
pulling
hate.
for you too.
Good luck.
Good
I hate that
luck.
the Joneses did this shit. It's gonna be hard to overcome, but all we can do is hope for the best. But anyways, guys, I think we gave y'all some great content. Please be sure to like the streams on both of our channels. Please share. And also please subscribe to our YouTube channels if you haven't already. Mine is Stargazer Sports and Biggs is just BGJ, as it's there on the screen. Please donate to my Cash App, $Stargazer Sports. And Big, you had, we done got so many comments in here, but I'm gonna see if I can find.
Oh yeah, it's like
Let me see if I can find it.
$BGJ DC4L. BGJ
DC4L. Okay, yeah.
DC4L. If you want to
So
throw
y'all
it out.
help Big donate to his Cash App, BGJ DC4L, the number 4L. So
Yes,
y'all
sir.
please help us continue to grow. We thank y'all so much for rocking with us in the chat. And I'm gonna go tune into this this press conference to see what Shotty is gonna say to all of this drama. But we appreciate y'all. I hope to see y'all next week.